got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980 Prezi Rolly, we've been working overtime.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the San Antonio Dreadnoughts. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Gibson. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Gibson here running out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Throwing here, Howell. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Back to throw, Howell. The quick slant caught. Touchdown! Jahan Dotson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dreadnoughts put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. The tight end in motion right. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Play action. Now Jackson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 35.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. A slant route caught by Bateman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out.
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Ravens respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
On 2nd and 11 now. Powell. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take...
He's got a man, complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. 7-7, our score after 1. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try to keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, they're going to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Again, it's Henry. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. This Ravens defense against the run, by the way. They're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if
oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score. Ravens 14. Dreadnoughts 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll go play action. Howell. He'll buy some time right. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Ravens will take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. For all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score. Ravens 21. Dreadnoughts 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
His guys take over 1st and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
That's out to the flat for Gibson. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Powell throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he goes out right around the 39. So the completion good for just 3. And it's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And Howe will throw it. Steps away to his left. And that's caught. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Rolling to his left. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Jackson forced out to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The slot man in motion right. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got it. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be returned for... And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there. That was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're
taking it right down Broadway. Past the 20. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
Play action. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They go play action with Jackson. Out to his left. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive.
Touchdown! Curtis Samuel, 35 yards. And the Dreadnoughts take the first turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Second down, they go again with Henry. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. The Ravens send their punt around now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true. Last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And some room to run now. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. 70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Powell on the QB sneak.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to...
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Brian Robinson Jr.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Dreadnoughts have cut it back within a score.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And they're within 7 now, 28-21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now Jackson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the run.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14.
Ravens 35. Dreadnoughts 21.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they looked up, and they're still going double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
3rd and 2, here's Howell.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The sack there by Roquan Smith. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go.
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 61 yards.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone.
Curtis Samuel on the return. His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. After the interception, here's Jackson.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. He'll get it inside the 20.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season.
And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Tucker now to add the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Ravens 49, Dreadnoughts 21. Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
throwing on first down here. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And now with the time of the play clock almost up, Ron Rivera's going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Another throw for Howell. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Ravens are going to get the football back at their own 17.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for them. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for them here.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's got room. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson. Going for the deep ball. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 58 yards.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
2nd down and goal. Jackson. And it's caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Brandon Stevens. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now it's Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
And sometimes things come together exactly like you want. It's not just been the volume of carries he's had in this contest. It's been the production as well.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
You say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Inside handoff here to Ricard. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
In primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Ravens, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for San Antonio, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.